Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Trevenant, Mawile, and Lantern in the Spring Cup. Just continuing on here, just having a little RPS fun, and Trevenant did put in the work, and Lantern always is putting in the work too. But in this video we're going to be talking about my last one, and I thank everybody for hitting that like button, and if you can do that for this one, that'd be fantastic. And also leaving your comments so I can read them. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on this video here as to what they can potentially do. I don't want to keep on going like, oh, the dumb Niantic, like, you know, I'm going to probably do that a little bit, but I want to give constructive criticism. But what they're doing is really crazy, and the fact that they call us old people pretty much, who just really kind of casually play the majority of people, is a little bit crazy, to be honest. It's like, wow, really? You just said that, and you're gonna keep that on paper? Okay, sure. And then they go on many times throughout that article that we went over yesterday, kind of contradicting themselves, saying that the remote raiders are a majority, and then we're very small. It's like, well, what is it, man? Like, you keep contradicting yourself. It's ruining the game's economy. How? I mean, in their vision, I suppose, yes. As far as revenue stream, it's doing great, right? But apparently they don't give a damn about that because they're looking towards the long term of the game. So in their mind, and potentially, I don't know, who knows, maybe it could eventually kill off Pokemon Go remote raiding. I mean, how? What's going to happen? What are we going to get? More candies faster? So what, you want us to simply go out into the real world where you're going to be giving us extra candy now and just do it there? Because we're going to power them up just as fast if we're in the real world now that we're getting this extra XL candy. So it's a really redundant their approach here. You know what I think? It's a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, it's a bunch of BS. They're just gaslighting us and making up a bunch of words and making it seem like they have another goal. But in reality, they're probably just like, I don't know, they want us to just get around again. But they made it clear what their vision is, and they wanted to cut the remote raids down to 5, and so they could increase the longevity of the game. That's it. Okay, what could they do to kind of combat this? Well, first of all, not increase the price by 5%. I mean, what? Excuse my language there. I'll blur that out. But I mean, it's like, that one kind of slipped because it's so absurd. I never said the F-bomb on this channel. Yeah, 95% hike is crazy, okay? It's bananas. It's not like they're producing these things in a factory. It's literally just a number in a digital game that they just push. There's nothing. I guess it takes energy for the servers. I mean, technically the items don't, anyway, I'm getting a little thinking about too much about this. Don't increase the price that much, first of all. Completely ridiculous. Second of all, don't limit to 5. I mean, like 15 maybe. So do I do 5 remote raids a day? Well, sometimes I can. I mean, if we get a good couple of legendaries or a mythical or something like that throughout the week, I mean, yeah, I'll be accepting pretty much every invite that I can, that I do see, and pursuing to get these things maxed out, right? So yes, I do. But when it's downtime, no, obviously I'm not going to continue to raid something that I don't need because I've been here for so long, and or because it's useless, right? And I'm not going to keep on. The days of trying to find a shiny legendary are gone. All right, I'll probably get back into the groove of things when summer comes around and it can drive around again. But as of now, yeah, okay, you can just kiss my money goodbye, because I'm not gonna go out there and start raiding hard and in person for random nonsense, especially if you're just gonna bring them back with a legacy move. So what's the point? But yeah, folks, they're stuck in their ways. So, if you want to keep on trying to have people sign petitions, and for your efforts, I commend everybody, right? And this is not a mock. This is just a reality check here. Unfortunately, those things don't have any. I mean, Niantic doesn't care if we probably got 1 million people to sign it. And it probably would make some waves if 1 million people signed it, right? But you see where I'm going. It's not an official thing, and even if we get a bunch of people to sign it, they don't care. They're just going to continue on with their vision here, apparently, because they didn't say anything. They did an interview with the Go Hub, and that's what we were reading yesterday. But otherwise, they did not make a public statement about it regarding the Outcry. They made announcements regarding the changes, but that's about it. They're like, okay, here we go. And another thing to point out again, I said this in my last video, Twitter seems like it's all the people, right? Like it's everybody's here. Got a nice 5-0, by the way, and this is a 100% IV. And I got another legendary at the end to show you that got away. That's very rare off the incense. It's fun. So essentially, you get all these people in one place on Twitter, and including myself, right? And it feels like it's everybody, but in reality, we're just a drop in the bucket. So that's probably one of the reasons why they just don't care. They know that the Outcry is going to happen. This is what Twitter does. This is, the public square where we go to talk about everything. And they realize, this is just a very small majority of the people who are, don't like this change. Here's the problem. Yes, a lot of hardcore people out there playing this game, but there's even more of their, quote, Singapore grandmas. So what am I talking about if you didn't watch my last video? Well, they kind of refer to your casual player as a Singapore old grandma who doesn't really play too much, like just gets out there and walks with a group of their senior friends and catches a few Pokemon and maybe does a raid once in a while. That is what they're referring to as the average player. Okay, wow. We should make shirts, Singapore grandma, and something to mock them, or because that was just the weirdest statement I've ever heard. Well, but anyways, ramble video, folks. So if you do enjoy these types of things, give it a thumbs up. We got some great gameplay here, and I suppose we can get into a little bit of the commentary before this does end. But there it is, folks. I don't want to keep on dragging this on. I've talked about it a lot, and it doesn't look like they're going to make any changes. I tried my damnedest to, get my voice out there and be a part of the group and not, kind of go against the current like I was doing last time. And the reason why I did that last time and didn't join Heroes Niantic when the first movement happened is because I knew that it was just going to go back to normal. Like they said, oh yeah, okay, we're going to construct a team that's going to communicate with you all better, and we're going to square things away. And it happened for like even their first dev diaries were okay. They weren't like super insightful. It was just telling us their favorite Pokemon and things like that. But there was never clear communication, and I knew people were just going to come back and play anyways. And same thing's going to happen for this. Now this is a little bit of a different situation here compared to last time. Removing the remote raids and limiting them to 5 plus increasing the price nearly 100% is a little bit different, a little bit troublesome. So yeah, I got to put my 2 cents into this and make our voices heard here. But it fell on deaf ears, and they don't care, right? They've got a model that they're going to be going after, and it seems like they're set in stone and they're not going to be turning back. So there you have it. Okay. Again, leave your comments down below. It's very unfortunate, and it's just the way it is. See, we just got to move on with our lives, okay? Anyways, what is going on here? Mawile in the lead. Let's get into the random commentary here for the last few battles that we have. Taking down that wall rain there, they're going to be bringing in a lantern. As much as I wanted to shield here, we don't want to get locked up here. Although both of the Pokemon in the back, the lantern and the Trevenant, can handle this lantern here, so maybe could have swapped and locked ourselves, seeing that we got rid of their other Pokemon that's going to be more of a threat. And they've got a Glissopod in the back, which is going to be weak to electric, so let's have a little fun here. They do have Shadow Claw on that, which is going to be digging in at a decent rate, I suppose. So the thing about Glissopod is it's an awesome Pokemon. It's got a great moveset and a great typing, water and bug, kind of walling that wall ring really hard. The only problem is its moves are just kind of mediocre and they don't hit too hard. It has amazing moves, but it's kind of like the opposite dilemma that we have for most Pokemon that only have nuke moves, is that it needs a nuke move. It's got too many spammy moves. All right, Trevenant in the battle here. This is pretty much the showcase. I know it's going to be Mawile too, mostly. It's just amazing, folks. Mawile keeps taking over a lot of these cups. Now this one's getting a little close. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I had to get to another one. Unfortunately, they're going to freaking farm me down. No, we had a shield left. I think I try. Might as well put in all the effort here. You never know if we can take them out, but this is not going to be enough. It's a serve. That was a good game, though. Yeah, got me. GG's. All right, next battle. What are we going to see with that Mawile? Show me something good to eat. A Roserade? Yeah. Love to see it. It does have Wither Ball, so we need to look out for that. They're going to be retreating into a Ferrothorn, folks. Okay. Okay, it's a Mawile video. Okay. Look at, it's bad for them when they swap into a Ferrothorn to a Fire Fang Shadow Mawile. shielding up the flash cannon, which would have done a decent amount of damage, and swapping into our Trevenant immediately as they do bring in that lantern here. You know what? Did they miss swap, or were they just sacrificing that Ferrothorn? Who knows? But I've done similar things before where I know if I bring in my counter that's actually good for it, that they're going to counter me, so I might as well just throw out the Pokemon I feel is going to do the least amount of damage here. Anyways, they are going to be bringing back that Roserade here. We're going to go ahead and try to get a shield out of them. They do have Poison Jab, unfortunately, so we're not going to be able to get to another charge move. Now, we do have one shield left that got 0. And they do have Poison Jab, so they're not going to be able to farm up as fast compared to that Bullet Seed. Weather Ball at this point will KO me, but we're going to go ahead and shield them up. We should be able to Fire Fang them down here. Ooh, never mind. Yeah, we did. We took them out before we even saw what happened there. They swap back into the Lantern or bring in their last Pokemon. We take that win. Next battle met with another Walrein here. This is a decent lead, no problem. We just got to look out for that Earthquake. You're probably going to have to shield up unless they decide to continuously bait you and you keep on falling for it like me. Like that. Okay, we're going to go straight for the Iron Head, which is going to be doing a lot of damage here, and they let it go. We're going to be able to Fire Fang them down. Unfortunately, we're going to be able to get off another Icicle Spear here. We're going to let that go, no problem. Not very effective to that Steel type. Let's get it and bring it into their own Mawile. Oh boy. Ooh, yeah, this is okay. We got the Lantern. It shouldn't be the worst here. It really depends on what they do have in the back, and they still got 2 shields. Bring it into the Lantern. They're immediately swapping into their Trevenant. Not looking good. No, not looking good at all. Now, when it comes down to a lot of these Pokemon that you're going to be having mirror matches with, the Lantern, potentially Mawile, Trevenant, whatever else, you probably want to go with the higher attack. Now, I know everybody wants to tell you go for the best stat product, which is going to be higher defense and stamina, and then lower attack. And if you're newer, what that's going to do is it brings your attack down slightly, but not really by much, okay? And it increases your bulkiness so you can take hits a lot better. Therefore, you're going to stay in the fight a little bit longer. But when you have that higher attack, you're going to be able to win the CMP pretty much every time over your opponent's mirror match, so you will be able to take that win there, right? So it's a little bit of a tip. We've mentioned that before. And now we've come to the end of the video, so it looks like a shiny Jigglypuff got away and a Galarian Articuno when I turn on my incense and put it in my pocket. Always when I put it in my pocket. Thank you for watching and take care.
Sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
Touch the deck. This is the best day of my life.